Welcome to RG News. Today we're going to discuss the top 10 AI news stories of July 22, 2025. 2025. It really feels like more than just another year for AI. It's a real inflection point.
Yeah.
We're past that initial generative AI buzz. Now we're deep into hyper deployment, these tricky regulatory fights, and big societal changes. Honestly, keeping up, really understanding what's driving all this feels more important than ever.
Oh, absolutely. It really does. And look, that's exactly what we're trying to do here today. We want to cut through the noise, the daily headlines, and really decode the bigger forces shaping things. We've picked out 5 key stories from today's news that really highlight these shifts. We're talking innovation, competition, but also the real world physical and human impacts. You'll see how it all connects and, importantly, why it matters to you.
Okay, let's dive straight in then. First up, this story. It's pretty incredible. A Swedish startup, Lovable. They've hit unicorn status. That's a $1.8 billion valuation in just 8 months. Wild. And it's this vibe coding thing they do.
Yeah.
Turning basically anyone into a developer. No code needed. It sounds almost like magic.
It really does feel that way. Lovable's AI, it's like having a really smart software engineer on tap. You just describe what you want your app to do, in normal language.
Yeah.
And it generates actual production-ready code. It uses models like Claude, GPT, Gemini, the big ones, and the numbers are staggering. $75 million ARR, 2.3 million users already. It's changing who gets to build software, fundamentally.
And there's usually a but, isn't there? This Guardia Labs cybersecurity report threw up a major red flag. It found Lovable could, pretty easily actually, generate sophisticated phishing sites, sometimes even adding nasty features all by itself. Scored a terrible 1.8 out of 10 for scam resilience. Ouch.
Yeah, that's concerning. Really concerning.
All right, so it begs the question, we're democratizing this amazing power, which is great, but are we also accidentally democratizing harm? How do we build safety into these tools from the start? It's a huge challenge.
Okay, so from democratizing creation, let's pivot to the competition heating up at the core level. Mistral AI, Europe's big AI player, they've just made a really bold move, launched something called Voxtral. It's an open source voice model, taking direct aim at OpenAI's Whisper.
Yes, and this is more than just an alternative. Voxtral isn't just speech to text. They're calling it speech to meaning. It's built right onto Mistral's own LLM. So it doesn't just transcribe words. It understands. It can reason. It can even do function calling.
Function calling, meaning it can trigger actions based on what you say.
Exactly. It connects audio directly to actions or other tools. It gets the intent, not just the text.
Yeah.
And performance-wise, they're saying it significantly beats Whisper Large V3.
Yeah.
Plus, the API price. It's aggressive. Less than half what competitors charge.
So what's the bigger picture here strategically? Well, it's twofold, really. First, it cements Mistral as a leader in open source AI, offering a powerful alternative to, the closed systems. Second, and this is crucial for Europe, it's a big step towards digital sovereignty.
Yeah.
Having a strong European-based alternative to U.S. tech, it reduces dependency. It strengthens their hand in the global AI game. It's about digital independence, really.
Okay, independence versus, the regulators stepping in. Which brings us nicely to the EU AI Act. It's not just talk anymore, is it? This new code of conduct is about to bite, starting next month. But here's the drama. A major tech player is refusing to sign.
That's right. This code is focused squarely on accountability. We're talking transparency, like 10 years of documentation for AI models, also copyright protection, safety for general purpose AI, the works.
Yeah.
Now, OpenAI, Mistral, they've signed on, but Meta publicly refused. They're citing legal uncertainties.
Legal uncertainties with fines up to 7% of global revenue on the line. That's a big gamble.
It's huge. Compliance is basically mandatory now for doing business. It's a real test for the EU's regulatory power. And it signals a shift, doesn't it? It's less about policing what AI says and more about what it does. The message is clear. AI developers are responsible for the impact of their creations. But, even before regulation bites, there's maybe a more fundamental limit.
Right. That warning from Eric Schmidt, the former Google CEO, quite sobering. He's saying the real bottleneck for AI isn't chips. It's not data. It's electricity. Just power.
Yeah, the numbers he mentioned are, they're mind-boggling. Just the U.S. might need 92 gigawatts more power for AI. That's like dozens of new nuclear power plants.
Wow.
And we're already seeing the impact, but Microsoft is apparently looking into reactivating old power plants. And get this, their water use for cooling servers up 34% in 1 year, mostly because of AI.
24%. That's enormous.
It really is. So this changes the whole AI race, doesn't it? It's not just about having the best algorithms anymore. Now it's also about securing massive, reliable energy sources. It links AI directly to geopolitics, climate policy, grid stability. It's making things like nuclear power look essential again. So the digital world has very real, very large physical demands.
That really puts things in perspective. Okay, let's shift from these huge global resources to something incredibly personal. AI impacting life itself.
Yeah.
This medical story, it's remarkable. An AI system called STAR found viable sperm in a sample that doctors had called sterile, and it led to a pregnancy for a couple who'd been trying for 18 years.
It's an amazing application of computer vision. STAR basically scans thousands of microscopic images. It spots these super subtle, rare signs of viable sperm that, frankly, the human eye just can't reliably catch. In one test, STAR found 44 sperm in an hour. The manual check found 0. And the result, Rosie the patient, 38 years old, she's now 5 months pregnant.
Just incredible. It must offer so much hope.
Immense hope. It genuinely redefines what might be possible in reproductive medicine. But, it also brings up those tricky questions again, like if the AI makes the call, who's ultimately responsible if something goes wrong? And how do we make sure patients really understand what's happening, especially when the AI is a bit of a black box? How do you get informed consent?
Yeah, crucial ethical points as these tools become more integrated into, well, our most human moments. Okay, we've covered quite a bit of ground. And looking back at these stories, 4 big narratives really stand out, don't they? First, what you could call the new arms race, from Lovable letting anyone code to Mistral challenging OpenAI with Voxtral. The competition is everywhere, from the base models right up to the apps. It's full stack.
Definitely. Then second, there's the governance imperative. The EU AI Act, Meta's refusal, it shows compliance isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's about survival. It's about competitive edge.
Third, that physical awakening piece. Schmidt's warning about energy. It's a stark reminder. This digital revolution needs massive physical resources. Sustainable energy isn't optional.
Right. And finally, maybe the most profound is the intimate machine. AI helping create life, but also the risks we saw with Lovable. AI is getting woven into our most personal lives. It forces a conversation way beyond just the economics. It's about us as humans.
Absolutely. So thinking ahead, what should people be watching out for in the next few months?
Okay, a quick watch list for you.
Mhm.
First, see how other big tech firms react to that EU AI Act code. Will they follow Meta or fall in line? Second, keep an eye on Mistral's Voxtral. Does it gain real traction with developers? Does it shift the market? Third, look for more partnerships between AI companies and energy providers, especially nuclear deals. That'll show where the smart money is going on the energy front. And finally, watch the legal and ethical debates around platforms like Lovable. The whole security and liability issue for no-code tools, that's going to heat up.
Lots to track. It feels like the ground is shifting under our feet almost daily. Really, the future belongs to those like you listening, who can see these signals, connect these different dots, and, think ahead. Join us tomorrow on RG News for the day's AI news. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell.